Hi there, in this tutorial we will learn how to create a photography logo in Adobe Photoshop. So let's take a look at how you will create a simple photography logo. At first we have to create a new document and therefore we will go in File menu and then New option. So here is the pop-up for creating our new document, and our width will be 6 inches and the height will be 4 inches. So I am clicking on OK. Here is our document, and at first I will use the type tool, and I am using type tool because at first we will write the name of photography agencies. Therefore we have to use the type tool to type the name of a photography agency. So here is the type tool, and we will use this ethnocentric font. If you don't have this ethnocentric font, you don't have to worry about. Already we have given the ethnocentric font in our exercise file. You will get in the logo design folder. So let me write the name of agency. The name of agency is Flame Photography. So let me write Flame. Okay, so here is the name of photography agency. It looks well. So here is a tick mark and I'm clicking on here. Okay, cool. And right now I will write the photography, and therefore I have to type photography. Let me write photography. Let me reduce the font size, therefore I have to select this entire text, and here is the size option for font. I will go for 14 point. I think 16 point will be better. Okay, but we will not use this ethnocentric font in this text, and we will use Arial font for this text. So let's change the font. Here is the Arial font, and we will use the bold mode. So here is the bold mode. Looks better, and we have to capitalize every alphabet. So therefore we have to select this properties option. So here is the properties option, and we want to capitalize the entire text. So here is the option, type option. So I'm selecting here, and you can take a look, every alphabet is now in capital letter. Okay, and we will scale this photography text along with flame text. So let's do that. We have to select this entire text, and again we will go for properties option, and we will do some spacing. We want to increase the space between alphabets, so let's increase the space here. Okay, let me minimize the properties, and here is the tick mark. Okay, looks good, but we will scale it with the same width margin. Therefore we have to scale it, and therefore I'm pressing Ctrl or Command T button from our keyboard, and let's scale it properly. Okay, looks good. And here's a tick mark. I want to place these two text in center alignment, so therefore I have to select both two layers in here, I mean two text layer, and let me select both two text layers, and I will use the move tool. So here is the move tool, and then I will get the alignment option. So I want to place it center of the document. Okay, now looks much better. But we will not use this color, as I told you before that we will create a simple photography logo, and therefore we will not use this color. But before changing color, let's complete the logo part. And right now I want to insert a camera image, as because we're creating a photography logo, therefore camera image will be relevant with this logo. So let's import a camera image, and therefore we have to open our exercise file. So here is the file menu, and here is the open option. Inside the logo design folder you will get this camera image. You just have to select this camera image, and then you have to click open option. So here is our camera image, and we have to drag and drop this image in our logo design document. So you just have to use the move tool, and you have to drag and drop here. Okay, right now I will turn off the text layers. So let me turn off the text layers, and right now we will work with this camera image. So at first I will cut this camera, and I will make it in a two part, and therefore I have to use rectangular marquee tools. So here is the rectangular marquee tools, and I want to place this part in upper and this part in lower. So the selected part I want to place in lower part of logo, therefore I want to cut it. And to cut you can press Ctrl or Command X from your keyboard, or here is the edit menu. From there you can go for cut option. So let me click this cut option, and you can take a look. The lower part is gone, but we have to do some little work in here. So let me zoom in this image. We want to put this entire area with the black color. Yeah, you can take a look. A little part is remaining white. I mean, it's the part of lens, but I don't want to put this white area in here. I want to put entire black area. So therefore I have to remove the white part, and therefore we have to use quick selection tool. So here is the quick selection tool, and we will select this entire part. So at first I think we have to select this white part. Let me select the entire white part. Okay, and right now we will use the brush tool. So where is the brush tool? Here is the brush tool. Okay, so here's the brush tool, and please make sure your foreground color should be black. So you have to choose the black color for your foreground color, and now we will draw the black color over here. Okay, cool. So let's deselect the selection by pressing Ctrl or Command D. Okay, but here is a white selection remaining, and I want to remove this white selection in the flash. So once again I have to use the quick selection tool, and let me select this entire white part, and you can take a look. This entire white part got selected, and you just have to press delete button from your keyboard. So let me delete this white part. Okay, done, it's gone. And you have to press Ctrl or Command D button to deselect. Okay, so let me zoom out the image, and to zoom out I will do this manually. So here is the view menu, and here is the zoom out option. Once more, view, zoom out. Okay, so our upper part is done, and right now we will turn off the layers. So let me turn off the name first. So here is the name of a photography agency, Flame. So let's scale this text with this camera image, and therefore you have to select this flame layers in our layer panel, I mean this text layer, and then you have to press Ctrl or Command T from your keyboard. Okay, let's scale it properly. Okay, looks good. You can click on this tick mark or you can press on your enter button on your keyboard. Okay, looks good. And now we will turn on the photography text layer. So let's turn on this photography text layer. Okay, looks good. And right now we will paste the rest of the camera part, and therefore we have to use Ctrl V button, or those who are using MacBook, you can press Command V button, or the easiest way to paste, you have to click this edit menu, and here is the paste option. So you just have to click on here, and here is the rest of the part of camera. So we have to scale it first, and therefore we have to press Ctrl or Command T. Okay. Okay, looks good. And we will place this photography text in here inside this camera body, and let's do that. But before doing that, we have to make this entire body black. So we will do the same things as like before, which we did in here, and we will do the same things, and we will make this entire body part black. So let's do this one more things. Let me press the enter button on my keyboard, and then I have to use this quick selection tool, and let me select this entire part. And then we will use the brush tool. So here is the brush tool, and let's paint the entire white part. Okay, now we can press Ctrl or Command D button to deselect, and you can take a look, some extra part remain, and we don't want to use this extra white part. We want to delete this, and therefore we will use the rectangle marquee tool. So here's the rectangle marquee tools, and we will use this, I mean we will select this extra part, and then we will press delete button from our keyboard. Okay, it's gone, and you can press Ctrl or Command D button to deselect this. So let's place this photography text inside this body, and therefore we have to scale this body part properly, and therefore let me press Ctrl or Command T, and I want to place it here. Okay, looks good. And right now I will scale this text properly with the body. So therefore we have to select this photography layer in here. So here is the layer, and you have to press Ctrl or Command T button to scale it properly, and we will place it Right now we will change the font color of photography as because it's placed inside a black background, so therefore we have to use the white font color. So therefore you just have to double click on this photography text layer, then you will get the selection, and here is the color for your font. So you just have to select on here and we will pick the white color, and here is the tick mark. Okay, looks good. And right now we will change the flame text color. So let's find out the flame layer inside our layer panel. So here is the flame text layer. You just have to double click on here and you will get the selection. And here is the color picker option, and we will use the black color. So here is the black color, and I'm selecting OK. And here is a tick mark. So this is how you will create a simple photography logo in Adobe Photoshop. But this is just a logo in Photoshop, and we want to take a look what is the realistic view of this logo, and therefore we will place this logo in a mock-up, and therefore we have to open our exercise file, and inside our exercise file we have a 3D glass mock-up, and let's open that mockup file. So here is the file menu, open option, and inside our logo design folder you will get this mockup folder. So here is the 3D glass window logo mockup PSD file. You just have to open this. So here is the open option. So we have to double click on this smart object, and the name of this layer is your logo, and we have to place our photography logo on here. So let me open this your logo layers, and we have to double click on here, and here is the tab, and we have to place our logo on here, and I want to turn off this preview logo layer. So here is the preview logo layers. I want to turn off this layer, and we will place our photography logo on here. So let's bring our photography logo in here, but we have to make our logo transparent. We don't have to place the background, and here is the background layer. We have to turn off this background layer, and right now it's totally transparent. So we have to select this entire layers in our layer panel. So let's select this entire layers. We don't have too much layers in here because it's quite simple photography logo, and you can take a look. Already we have selected this entire layers. You can select this entire layer by pressing Ctrl or Command button on your keyboard, and then you can select each layers in our layer panels. So here is the move tool. You have to use this move tool, and we will place this logo on our your logo tab. So let's drag and drop over there. Let me drag and drop, drag, and let me drop in here. We just have to click OK. So here is our logo, and I want to scale it properly, and therefore you have to press Ctrl or Command T, and let's make this logo bigger, then we will have the clear view. Okay, looks good. And here is the tick mark. So let me click on this tick mark, and right now you have to save this tab, because if you save this tab then you will get a clear view on here. Right now we will save this tab, and therefore we have to go in file menu, and here is the save option. So you just have to click this save option. It will take a little more time. Okay, our image is saved, and let's get back to this 3D glass window mockup PSD file, and we will get the actual realistic view. Here we go. This really looks mind-blowing, and let me zoom in this image. You can take a look. It's really awesome, and this is the realistic view. So this is quite simple but fantastic photography logo. So if you have any question regarding this tutorial to create a photography logo, you can write in our comment box, and you can try minimum 3 or 4 times by watching this tutorial. And if you practice minimum 3 or 4 times by watching this tutorial, then you can easily create a photography logo in Adobe Photoshop. So see you in next lesson. Bye bye.